Hey guys, and happy Friday and happy X Day and all this stuff. Hope Trivia gets near, but literally just woke up. I say this every extra day, but it's true because you usually have some sort of communication with someone and then you kind of just go from there. I haven't talked to anybody today. My vocals are just waking up, so yeah, it's a big thing. Anyways, so Zerg, let's quickly cover that. He has the Ruin Wings for the Titan, Mask of the Third Man for Hunters, and Light Beyond Nemesis for Warlocks. Hopefully, you guys know what those mean. The Destiny Zerg Day is pretty much like 30% of what this video is at this point, because Destiny, of course, is aging quite a bit. And that was also the thing that kind of made this series. It was just like it turned into me showing you guys what Xer has, and then it was built up to be just like an update video, basically. So I kind of want to pay an homage to Destiny, although I'm not done with it or it's over. I am playing other games because Destiny is completely dry right now, and that's fine. I don't understand why. I hear some people in the comment section bitching, and I'm like, really? Do you want to see them do patrols again? Like, it's not, the game needs to rest for a little bit. Anyways, that's my opinion, mind you. So, the reason why there was no video, oh god, almost knocked over my coffee. The reason why there was no video a couple of days ago, or on last Friday, I think, was because I think a game came out. What happened? I'm not sure if the Division, the Division came out, the open beta, and I played the shit out of that. I still have to make a lot of videos for you guys. So here's my predicament. So many videos I have, and I have to just edit them. So I might try to do that all this weekend, but here's the problem. Okay, so first of all, how much stuff do I have to edit? I have the Firewatch. I completely beat that game in one day, so I have all that footage to edit. I do not have any more Fallout, so I'll have to go play some more, so that may come out the middle of next week. Anyways, I also have a couple, I can make maybe 1 or 2 Division videos, because I have that kind of like the Darkness Zone, running around with my friends, doing that kind of thing. Albeit, I'm not sure if that video will exist. I kind of have to, because I did say in part 2 of the Division beta thing that I would make a part 3, but I wasn't really amped up like I was last time. Like since I've already experienced most of the Division stuff, nothing was new for me really. So I wasn't really like, yeah, let's fucking go. Well, I was in the Dark Zone. So that's why I'm kind of like, I'm not really sure if there's anything there that's really tangible and funny and whatever. So I'm kind of like, oh god, I hope there's something there. So I also have tons of Dying Light to edit. I know you guys are like, where the hell is the following? I just watched like, your 4 parts, and now where's the other stuff? Well, I keep commenting on this, and a lot of people I think that are new, that are maybe just following my channel just because of Dying Light the Following, Far Cry, something like that. I will slow down on a series just to give love to my other series, because guys, there's a lot of editing and time that goes into making the video, so it's not as fast as you might think. So what I do is I always, if I'm playing a bunch of Dying Light the Following, I'll stop, and I'll be like, oh crap, Fallout, I'm still doing that series, I don't want people to think I'm not, so then I'll go give love to Fallout, and it's the same thing that will happen to Far Cry eventually. When I stop being so infatuated with Far Cry, I will go back to Fallout. Now let's talk about that. That's the other thing I want to talk about, is Far Cry. First of all, I am itching to play it. I did not know that I wanted to be a caveman. It sounds so silly, but I mentioned in part 1 that one of the things that I love, and Ubisoft does it quite a bit, is they give me something that I didn't know I wanted. And that's what they did with Black Flag. If you would told me if you were to tell me, hey dude, do you want to be a pirate? I'd be like, the fuck no. But I did. It was so awesome to jump on like a boat and just clear a deck with like flintlock pistols. It was amazing to me. So I love that. Also the audio may be like shifting around because my mic is literally right here. And I'm just keeping going closer to it and backing away, so that's my bad. Also, my chair is making screechy noises because I am allowing it to like lean back. Anyways, so yeah, I just loving Far Cry Primal. It's not getting old for me. It doesn't feel generic, which is some of the things like I've seen in thumbnails, and of course they're gonna be clickbaity from some of the people that I watch being like, Far Cry 4, the most generic thing ever, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Literally, the game can't be generic. It takes every leap to not be generic, which is not like what we currently have. I don't know. And yes, it is. Maybe they're talking about generic C when it's because you're constantly doing missions, you're constantly doing the bow mechanics over and over again. Maybe they mean repetition. That's not generic. And repetition, that like you want to do something new, but keep what the essence of the series alive, which has always been Far Cry, which is you have this beautiful big ass map, tons of things to do, compelling characters, and fun mechanics. That's always been Far Cry. Fun mechanics being the stealth mechanics, the stabbing mechanics, the clearing out a village. Now we have a bunch of different animals that can fuck shit up. Whoa, yeah, it's stuff like that. And to me, the animals replace guns a lot of the time because the guns, you kind of just, it's essentially a bullet. It's either a bullet or a missile, and they kind of meet in the middle somewhere where it's similar. Like, I may get a chain gun that just tears apart elites, but at the end of the day, I'm just still firing a gun. Whereas if I freaking tell my Sabretooth to rip apart somebody, he will dive on and rip him up and then pick him up with his teeth and follow me with his body for a little bit. If I tell my little Dingo to kill somebody, he'll dive on his throat and rip it apart. If I tell my Cheetah thing to rip apart a yak, he will bite his neck and hold him there while I can shoot him. Like, it's so much, it's like adding different amounts of gameplay, which is very different from the norm. You know what I mean? Like, again, guns are guns, but animals are not just animals. You know what I mean? Like, they're so different and so crazy in every benefit that they give you. So I really like that idea, and I really like how it completely alters the gameplay more so than getting a different gun, I feel. But that's just me. That's my opinion. I think I am planning on doing a review. I know I'm gonna be that guy. Even though I hate reviews, I'm gonna make a review on Far Cry Primal. I'm not gonna do the whole number system. I'm gonna be telling you guys what I enjoyed about it, what I think is its high points, what I think is its falling points, and all that kind of stuff. So expect that when I am well through the game. Like, I don't want to make that review until I have gotten maybe 60 hours into the game. Like, when I have 100% of the map, my character's maxed out, that's when my opinion matters. I don't think a lot of reviewers get that. Anyways, that's just, I'm backing off. I'm not trying to start shit with anybody. But, anyways, so the one thing I want to talk to you guys about is in Far Cry Primal, you get a lot of Far Cry Primal stuff, I know. I made the decision to dub it. Now, at first, if you guys watched part 1, which I think you guys did, a lot of you guys seem to click on it, which is crazy. But anyways, so Far Cry Primal, I made the conscious decision to dub it. The reason why is because I did it with Shangri-La, and a lot of people liked it. A lot of people appreciated the fact that they didn't have to sit there and read and etc. Now, I got kind of a mixed bag of thoughts in my head right now because the video did great. The video got a lot of people seeing it, and that's amazing. So people obviously are down with the dub aspect of it. But then I also got some from some of you guys that are saying that it kind of takes away from the emotion within the character. So for instance, they'll be like, tiger, tiger, and be super afraid. And I'll be like, tiger, tiger. And it kind of limits their dialogue, which I'm not going to dub anything that's very understandable. So for instance, if there's someone saying taiga and not tiger, I'm not going to change that because you can clearly put 2 and 2 together. Taiga is tiger. You don't need me to say that. But if someone's like wintraka sha, like something crazy, then yes, I'm going to tell you guys what it says. Now there's 2 reasons why I'm doing this, and I'm stubborn. I'm not dubbing it. But here's the thing. I've had some complaints where people are saying that it takes away from the actual drama and the voice actors' emotions behind that. Now here's how I'm not doing that. I'm making sure, and I'm not doing this, I realize it could be considered bad editing for some people that are not understanding what I'm going for. So I'll always make it so you guys can hear the first like 5 to 10 seconds of what they're saying in their emotions. So for instance, someone would be like blaka shra and say stuff like that, and I'll make sure you guys can hear blaka shot and then cut it. I'll not cut it, lower the volume so that I can say it. The reason why I'm doing that is so that you guys can hear their voice, their vocal tones, and then I can just paste my audio over it. Also, that's the reason why I'm not spacing out my commentary or dubbing, whatever you want to call it, so it perfectly lines up with theirs and their emotions. The reason why I'm not, like, I could easily do that. The reason why I'm not is, again, I want you guys to hear their voice and also experience their emotion. So I quickly try to say what they're saying. Not quickly, I try to say it in a good time margin, what they're gonna say, and then you guys get to hear their emotions after it. So I'll let you guys hear the first 5 seconds of what they're saying, and then I'll quickly say what they're saying, like, Udamar worst flesh eaters. something like that, because they honestly do speak like they're missing words. Anyways, and then I'll let them carry on their speech. And another thing, the way they move is their emotion. Their vocabulary is very short, so anything that is emotion based, it is their movement, because they are cavemen. They're like, anytime they speak on something, they don't go ooh la blah, like they don't go crazy. Like, that's a cool picture for me. If we pause it, it'll be creepy. Anyways, yeah, they don't use their vocal tones crazy to a crazy degree. They use their bodies. They show that, like, this is disgusting. Like, you know, they move as if they're speaking, the way that they would overspeak, you know, using their body as a language, which I think is awesome. And also, that's another reason why I don't think it takes away from the aesthetic or emotion behind their words. So one, I let you guys hear the dialogue. Like, I don't talk over every word because I do want you guys to experience their emotion. Two, they speak mainly with their bodies. They use their bodies to interpret their emotions. Sorry. And three, if there is anything that I want to go down in, like, your mind for doing, is taking care of you guys. And that's something that I don't think a lot of Let's Players do. They all pretty much just do a playthrough and play the game, leaving massive hours of silence. They don't do a lot of the things that I try to go out of my way to do. I don't want you guys to have to work when watching the Let's Play. And another thing is me dubbing it, and if you truly believe that this is ruining the atmosphere or the time period that is portrayed in Far Cry Primal, then play it yourself. That's another thing. Like, to me, if you do want to experience the raw emotion and read it, then that's a great idea to play the game and play it for yourself. That's pretty much, like, I understand that. Also, another thing, people were saying that you don't have to dub the first episode. Like, you don't have to dub it at all, they were saying. And I understand not a lot of you guys were being mean about it or mad. I think you guys were just consumed with the fact that I said it would take a lot to edit. And it does, but I'm perfectly okay with doing it. But if you guys truly do have a problem with it, I had to comment to some people and say that if you do have a problem with it, if you do think it takes away from the aesthetic of the game, then go watch another Let's Play. Like, there's many people who do raw Let's Plays where they are going to let you hear the dialogue, or there's no commentary in the Let's Play. There's also plenty of people that just let you hear the game. Like, no one else is doing this from my knowledge, and I'm going to do it because I want to not just stand out. That's not the main reason. The main reason is because, do I want to tell you guys the main reason? Okay, so the main reason why I am dubbing Far Cry Primal is because some of you guys probably know that when I was younger, I had a learning disability that I was not aware of, and I lost out on tons of schooling because nothing stuck, and I didn't know how to learn, and that was the whole thing. So I didn't know how to read until I was like in grade 8 or 9. So in grade 8 or 9, I didn't know how to read. The reason why that changes sometimes, I think I probably said grade 7 or 8 or 9. The reason why it changes is because I think in grade 8 is when I started to learn, and then at the end of grade 8, like almost at the new year, I understood how to read exactly in grade 9, but I was learning in grade 8. Anyways, so I used to be on YouTube all the time as well. That was another thing that happened. I was introduced to YouTube at when I was 9, like years old. And I used to always watch playthroughs of BioShock, all of these games that I couldn't play because of my hands, because they haven't grown enough. So I used to always feel sad when someone picked up a note or letter and they started to read it, and then they were like, "Oh, that's funny," or "Oh, that's horrible," and then walked away. And I'm like, I didn't know what that said, you know. And it sucks because, and I don't know, basically just reading in general has a very soft spot in my heart because I didn't know how to read for the longest time, and you guys have. That's something you need, like, you know what I mean? Like, when everyone else has something that you have tried so desperately to get, it's a soft spot in your heart, to say the least. So that's why also I'm dubbing it, because I want that. I don't want you guys to have to work. For that kid that maybe doesn't know how to read, I want to make sure that he gets that experience of that game and doesn't feel like he is lesser because he doesn't know how to do that. You know, eventually he will, and he doesn't need to feel bad about that, because I oftentimes did. I felt like I was like, shit, I want this more than anything, but I just can't get it. I can't remember the words, because that's my thing, is I have a problem with retention to memory. And I found out as I got older what it was really, like, what the main problem was, because I can remember other things fine, but certain things I can't. And I think it has to do with patterns, like numbers, math, letters, all those things. They kind of just fade into each other, and my memory kind of just like folds over them. Like they don't ever distinguish one as one. They kind of just like level out at each other. which is the problem, and that's why it's hard for me to remember. But anyways, that's not the point. The point is that I'm dubbing Far Cry Primal. I might not do the side missions, because there's a lot of side missions apparently. Like, there's tons, and if I do, it'll be really half-assed. Like, Winja tell me to go. Like, it won't be like Winja go tell. Like, I usually put a lot of effort into saying it. Also, how I've been doing the female, because there is some female tribe members. How I've been like portraying them is I haven't been like, oh, Winja. I haven't been going straight 2-year-old with it. But I have been actually trying to make my voice softer so that it makes more sense about the way they said it. I'm not sure if I'm like just gibberish right now. Like I said, it's morning and I'm kind of trying to get into it. But yeah, that was one of the things I tried to do, like Winja run with tribe, like, you know, something that's soft, you know, not like Winja run with tribe. Takahar is something some. I tried to make it softer and kind of blend into each other because I believe that depicts a female voice. But yeah, it's pretty much it. Essentially just doing Far Cry Primal, loving it. It's amazing. What else? Also dubbing it, doing the 100% thing. I definitely feel like it's a game that I can 100% because honestly, like the best games that have come out for me in the last 9 months, let's say 9 months, has definitely been Fallout and Far Cry Primal. Like, I feel like these games were made for me, and I just love them so much. They're just how great they are, and the way they portray a game, and the way they portray a universe is also amazing. Anyways, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna leave you guys on that. So yeah, go check out Far Cry Primal if you do. I also think the dubbing will help with people that who are doing are playing the game themselves and then checking on my Let's Play. Is maybe they'll be like, oh, I missed that dialogue, or oh, I didn't read it properly, and they'll go back and watch Let's Play and be like, oh, okay. Okay, on a side note, there is going to be a very long part that's going to come out for Far Cry Primal soon. And what is it? It's Far Cry Primal Episode 8, or Part 8, whatever you want to call it. And it is I'm pretty happy with it. Wait till the end, because it shows me like trying to voice act some of these characters. Like, we meet this man, this craftsman, who is really crazy. And I have to do a voice for him, and I usually keep my voices kind of like normal, but I really went like crazy with this guy, and I was just like, Winja tribe, and I just went like I got really into it. So I left like a few little outtakes at the end of that video, so I really think you guys should check that out. Yeah, have a great Friday, guys. Enjoy your loot from Destiny, and yeah, a lot of videos coming. I still have Firewatch, still have so much to edit. This whole week is going to be editing times 10. So yeah, anyways, so yeah, I'm gonna go play some Far Cry Primal today, and then on the weekend, that's when I'm gonna start to edit my butt off, and you guys might see some Firewatch and Dying Like Following and Far Cry Primal. So, bye guys. When I went like this, I smashed my eye, or I just hit my eyelash. It was enough to freak me out. Bye guys.